Hi everyone. First of all, I am so mad because before I clicked record, I saw like a little orb fly across my screen. Could it have been dust? Sure. Do I think it was dust? No, I think it was a guide. So I'm kind of annoyed I didn't catch it on camera so I could dissect it more, but either way, thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry there wasn't a video last week. If you follow my Instagram, you would have heard that I had the flu and unfortunately had to postpone that video. So I'm here now. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for bearing with me. And let's get right into the video. When I had initially set up my space to channel this message, I set up my protections, of course. I called in my guides. I made sure I was grounded. And then I asked, like, where is this message coming from? Who's delivering this message to me? And the message I couldn't shake is that this channel, this frequency, this wisdom is coming from the higher heart. The higher heart is something we all have. It's up here. It's right above the heart chakra. Obviously, there is spirit animating your whole being, of course, but this is more so the spot where that consciousness really sits, and it is also a spot that's really helpful in meditation if you want to get out of your thinking, churning mind, to kind of bring your awareness down, either into your actual heart or into the higher heart space, and kind of bring them down like into this heart space. So just in case you didn't know, that is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the higher heart. When I was channeling, I was feeling like the message, more than a specific entity or being, the message was really being channeled by this frequency of the higher heart. Not even specifically my soul, but just kind of the consciousness, the collective consciousness of the higher heart, the intelligence of this place that all human beings, at least human beings have. I don't know where other beings carry their spirits, if they're non-physical, but at least humans. And the message that came through was, I think, really important right now. I don't know if any of you have been feeling this way. I wouldn't be surprised, but I've been feeling a lot of depressive energy, a lot of low energy. I even got sick in the midst of that. And I don't usually get sick. At least I don't perceive it that way. I don't remember getting sick very often. So unless I was lying to get out of going to school. But maybe you've been feeling this depressive energy. There's a lot of things going on in the world, a lot of terrible things, a lot of corrupt powers, a lot of violence. And if you are a sensitive person, these frequencies can really bring you down into a state of depression. If you have been feeling this depressive energy or depression or any kind of lower vitality, something really bringing you down, maybe it's hard to go outside, maybe it's hard to get out of bed, maybe it's hard to do the things that you know will make you feel good. If you've been experiencing this, I want you to know that you are not alone. I've been feeling that as well. I've been here with you feeling that, and there is a lot of other people as well experiencing this at this time. The message that I am getting from the higher heart is that we are alchemical. We are alchemical beings. We can take that which is heavy, that which brings us down, that which is painful, and we can change that into fuel, into fire, into light. This alchemical nature of our beings, of our souls, is tied very directly, I believe, in the heart space. The heart is a portal. Through it, we connect to others, we connect to ourselves, and we feel this world through another dimension that isn't purely physical or sensory in like a tangible human way, right? But in an emotional way. Keeping the heart open is really important to our alchemical process of taking the dark and letting it fuel our light. When we close our hearts off from pain, from anything we're feeling, from anything we want to see, when we close it off, it can feel like protection, but at worst, we are trapping those emotions in our body for them to sit and kind of fester, and that doesn't feel good after a while. At best, we've processed a negative emotion and then we shut out anything else. that leaves such a void space, such an emptiness in your being, an emptiness I know very well, and I wouldn't wish upon anyone. The point of the heart space isn't to close up, but to open. The pain you feel isn't for you to shut down, but to embrace, embody, to look it in the eye. When we allow ourselves to fully feel everything that comes through, we allow it to not only move in, but escape out through our being. We allow the process to happen as it's meant to naturally, as we were designed to feel it. We let it move through our bodies. And once we do this, we are then free to shift focus from the pain, the darkness, the violence, the destruction, and then shift that focus into how we can use that to push for more light. The heart is an alchemical force if you allow it to experience all that there is to experience. This is what the open portal of the heart is meant to do for you. What you can do with your grief, with your pain for things going on in the world or in your life, is that you can turn that pain into fuel for the fire of your soul. Use that fuel to inspire you to spread more light, to set things on fire with your love. Use the darkness as a reminder for why we push for light. When you allow this darkness to be your fuel, whether it's a push for sacred rage, which is sacred and has its place, or a push to create, to spread love, to spread connection, either way, we are changing the story that is going on. We are changing that grief and we're alchemizing it into something beneficial. That darkness no longer serves no purpose, but is instead a catalyst for more light, more healing, more creation, more joy. You have the power to do this. Allow the darkness to be your muse, and then maybe through art, maybe through soul language, something spiritual, maybe through writing, maybe through dance, through political commentary, whatever it is, let this darkness be your muse to inspire a push for more light. And when you push for more light, you feel more light, you spread more light, and then you embody more light. In whatever way is best, most aligned, and most purposed for you. See the darkness, feel the darkness, honor the way it brings you down, honor the pain of that darkness, and then use it. When we are open to all emotions, all things that are happening, that really means all. By looking at the darkness, by feeling it, by setting a space for you to connect with it. You are also, in turn, setting a space for more light to come through once you've processed that darkness. It really is necessary, and it really is the way out for a lot of people like me. Maybe you're like me, and maybe this helps you as well. So I would say give it a try next time you're feeling density, anger, or shame about anything, whether it's in the world or in your personal life. Sit with it. Don't push it away. Don't lash out at others. Go within, sit with it, feel it. Ask yourself, what is the medicine here? And then allow that medicine to reveal itself. When you ask, what do I do about this? Allow your heart to whisper the answer. And then, if you pay attention, if you listen, if you honor these feelings, a pathway forward with more light, creativity, and unified love will open for you. So remember, you are powerful, you are brave, you are beautiful, and you are an alchemical being by design. Nothing dark can bring you down because you turn it into gold. Live by this. Everything you touch turns to gold. Live by this idea. And so it will be true. The last thing I want to do is do a bit of a light language activation and maybe clearing. We'll see what comes through. For any of you who are feeling these lower densities, energies, or having trouble moving through or keeping the portal of your heart open. So, without further ado, I would ask that you find somewhere comfortable where you can sit or lay down just to fully receive a quick soul language activation. And we'll get started. Sarata toku akashtiamba arekeaka. Tembua seti tiatar kwa ashiti sambaseata. Reku akamba to shu susure etiamba. We sati kiamba ashe. Rakiate nania no boare. Setia toa kai anate shti isiamba. Wero to kuanda se anaya te araka. Piato oa shi siamba se aquasa kashe. Susuase, susuambara e anda. Destu uambe ashtia karake tuas. Susuase rateata. Shekia sanda teara. Suamba ashiaka. Raniana pose iamba asea. Wakiakara kea kwa shibi atora ambase. Wayo osho umbuara ka te atea nia swaha. Shuru ambua ea ti kiaraha se tia tanda. Ratia puase tiana. Re kwa se shambuara e tiato. Swanda asiana. Raka tuasikia, benia ma tu shia, ra si tiando sukuata, ra tiamba siatea, pestiamboa qua are e, te tiamboa setea kia stumbua, rania noa ashtiar a simbiase. Hu samba sea seyo rata ke andeo. Wamba oashi bia setia, kinia wahare e sitia. Su samboa raniana setiaka she bo ara e tiaka. Thank you so much for joining me here for this video. I hope it was supportive to you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made sense. And thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.